y'all, welcome back to the Daily AMG and happy Tag Tuesday, even though I'm going to be filming, editing, and posting this on Wednesday. Oh well, life happens, right? So today's Tag Tuesday, Wednesday, is not going to be a book recommendations one. I will definitely be doing more book recommendations, tags, and also don't forget about Top 5 Friday, where I give you 5 recommendations based upon a certain subject or category of book, genre, bookish thing, etc. But today's tag is called Reader Problems. Hashtag Reader Problems. And this is 11 questions, and they're kind of snarky and really funny, and I've actually been asked some of these, and so when I saw this tag, I definitely wanted to do it. So we'll get back to recommendations. Check out Friday's recommendations, and the next Tuesday's tag is called the A to Z tag. It has a lot of book recommendation prompts as well as just like getting to know me prompts, which is something that I will throw in there too, because who doesn't like getting to know you? Anyway, that's me. And I sing a lot. Sorry. So question 1. I'm going to set these like, maybe you can see that I'm still reading. Nah, it's okay. I'll just hold them. Okay, question number 1. You have 20,000 books on your TBR. How do you decide what to read next? So I have been asked this multiple times IRL. And I can only give one response. I'm a mood reader. I don't know what I'm going to want to read next. I really love being in a book club for this exact reason, because I know that pretty much 12 books are going to be books that I either would not have picked up otherwise, would never have been on my radar, or that have just been chosen for me. That I can find new authors and find new genres or books that, like I said, maybe would have never caught my radar, caught my attention, because I do have a vast TBR. It's pushing 20,000. Number 2, you aren't loving your current read. Do you quit it or are you committed? I have never, well, I don't know. There have definitely been books that I have put down and not come back to, but never necessarily with the intention of unhauling it, DNFing it, donating it to the library. I haven't found anything like that where I'm just like, well, this was horrid, I'm done. Even books that I've said, like, this is never something that I would ever reread or even enjoyed, I've finished it. And I probably really need to work on that, because there's so many books out there. And how am I ever going to get to all of them if I complete every single book that I may or may not be interested in? So that's something that I'm working on. Question number 3. The end of the year is coming, and you are close, yet so far away, from your Goodreads reading challenge goal. Do you try and hit it? If so, how? This will probably be one of the first years that I actually hit and or exceed my Goodreads goal. I talked about this in my Goodreads tag, where the last like 3 or 4 years I've done like 96 books in 2016, 97 books in 2017, 98 books in 2018. I had to really think about that. And sorry, I really probably should have been more prepared, but I don't know that I've actually ever hit a Goodreads reading challenge goal. How do you find past challenges? Anyway, I don't think that I ever have. I think this year will be the first year. I always read, like, in 2016, I read 70 books. In 2016, I read 70 books. In 2017, I read 93 books. 2015, 63. 2014, 67. And I've read 43 already in 2018. So I'm definitely the closest to, this will be the closest year that I've come to meeting and possibly exceeding that Goodreads goal. So no, is that what you wanted? You just wanted a question? I don't try to hit the ground running if I know, like, oh, it's November and I still have, because I'm a mood reader and I'm not going to, like, stuff a book down my throat, because what's the point? There's no enjoyment in that. All right, number 4. The covers of a series you love do not match. How do you cope? I think this is more for, like, a YA audience. Sorry. I don't think I would necessarily care. I have, like, even, like, my Harry Potters, some of them are just, like, I've started to collect other covers and then given up on that. This doesn't bother me, but I did watch some of these, and some people have some feelings about covers not matching in their series for their shelf, which I can understand. I'm just not one of them, because I do a lot of Audible and Kindle, and I may just pick up a book here or there at a library sale, etc., and kind of be like, I'll get the rest of the series whenever. So no. Okay, number 5. Everyone and their mother loves a book that you really don't like. Who do you bond with over shared feelings? Y'all? I don't know. It's never really happened to me, I don't guess. I mean, not that I'm not really in everybody and their mother wanting to be a follower of that kind of thing. So if I have a different opinion, it doesn't really bother me to have a different opinion. Is that an answer? Goodreads, I do really like reading snarky reviews and stuff, but yeah, if I like a book and nobody likes it, or vice versa, I'm cool with that. Number 6, you are reading a book and you are about to start crying in public. How do you deal? Stare at the lights or put it down and fan. I've done all those things, because I have done that. Especially if I'm listening to a book and I'm at work. Yeah. Just stare at the lights, turn it off, turn on some music. Number 7, a sequel from a book you loved is coming out soon, but you've forgotten a lot from the first release. Do you reread? I mean, how much did you love it if you can't remember any of it? Just saying. I don't really like this question. No, I'm not going to reread. Unless I loved it, and just want to reread it so that I can binge. I'll binge series, but I don't know. Or just go back and read your review or a synopsis and be like, oh yeah, connect the dots. I don't know. It would have to be a long time in between, I would think. Number 8, you don't want anyone borrowing your books. How do you politely tell people no when they ask? Like this. Hey, you want to borrow it? Cool, bye. Hello, books are for reading. Anybody is welcome to take any book off of my shelf and read it and enjoy it. I don't even care if you get it back to me in the not so great condition that I gave it to you in. Or you know what I mean, if it's not in the same condition. As long as you loved it and enjoyed it, I'm here to be your personal librarian, so you can come get a book off my shelf any day. Any day. All right, number 9, reading ADD. You've picked up and put down 5 books over the last month. How do you get over your reading slump? This has never happened to me. I don't think I'm doing a very good job at this, but honestly, I've never really been in a reading slump because there's so many books. And I have so many interests that I can always find something to read on one of those interests, right? Right? Hopefully that doesn't sound like. Okay, number 10. There are so many new books coming out and you are dying to read them all. How many do you actually buy? Probably not as many as I'm dying to read, but I will always, well, I still need to do my how I read thing because I was going to talk about all the little things. I will definitely do pre-orders if I see something, and then I usually do pre-orders on Audible so that as soon as it's out, I have the audio version and I can start it on my way to work that day, or start it while I'm doing the dishes that day if it's a weekend or whatever. So I don't know. New releases, it really just depends. It just really depends. It depends on if it's an author that I like, just auto buy. If it's an auto buy author, or subject matter is something that I'm always going to pick up or something. I don't know. And I'm sent a lot of ARCs. So maybe that's kind of where it's like, I don't know. We can get into all of that. I'll do a whole other video on how I read and how you can read more, and tips, tricks, etc. for broadening your reading horizons. Okay, number 11. After you've bought the new books you couldn't wait to read, how long do they sit on your shelf before you get to them? Again, it really just depends upon the author, the subject matter, the story, the hype. There's a lot of different variances to that. I hope y'all have enjoyed this video and getting to know me a little bit more and all my reading problems. If you want to do this tag, as always, go right ahead. Leave me a comment below if you do it. And yeah, let me know what your biggest reading problem is. One of my biggest reading problems, if something happens in a book and it's like getting like crucial, edge of your seat, or something like amazing, awesome, blows me away, takes me totally off guard, I have to close the book or stop listening to the book, and I have to regroup. I've always done this ever since I was little. Like, something super exciting is about to happen, I'm like, nope, I gotta walk away. I don't know why. That's just a little bit about me. I don't know. Maybe I do that in life too. Like, hang on. I'll take a walk. Have a great rest of the day. Look for my top 5 Friday. This Friday, one day more. Bye. I won't sing for you again, but bye. One day more. Y'all come back.